Hey, welcome to the channel, but this wasn't a planned video. Um, I decided to explore a new road, something called K18, and it started out as paved. It really did. And now I find myself, I'm on dirt, out in the middle of nowhere. That will happen. So now what I'm going to do is try to figure out how long this goes. I mean, it's been hard dirt so far, so it's not a big deal. Oh, I got a turn up here. I don't know if it's somewhere up here it turns into. I'm good. I'm just saying how far this goes like this, or if I should just turn around and call it a day.
Where are you heading?
Huh?
Where are you heading to?
I'm just heading.
Just cruising? Hey, this goes clear to Vesper. It's kind of curvy, so or you can go right here and hit 18.
As long as it stays like this, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's like this all the way to.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right, yeah.
Have a good one. All right. So yeah, there's a couple of turns up here, but it, for the most part, stays like this. If that guy's right, which I assume he is, he's a local. Probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. And that's a reasonable question. So, I'm on my last battery for my Osmo. And like I said, I really hadn't planned on turning the video on for this. I had another video I was going to maybe talk a little bit about. I wasn't sure if I was going to comment about the absurdity of No King's Day, which today is. I won't publish this video today, but, you know. Or if I was going to go into a pickup where I left off in my childhood stories, talk about my Catholic school days, or at least start that. There's a lot to tell about those Catholic school days, but I don't know what I'm going to do now. Now I'm on an adventure. I'm sure I'm not the, well, I know for a fact I'm not the only guy to bring an 800-pound bagger out onto the dirt road, but this is a hard-packed dirt road. I mean, my motorcycle grade tires aren't loving this. I know that. Soft rubber and this kind of stuff, but you gotta understand, if you're riding in Kansas, a lot of the roads out here, even the blacktop roads, aren't smooth because they like to redo the roads with this stuff called chip seal. And all that is such a ghetto way of fixing the roads, but I guess it's efficient, right? You are basically taking a perfectly good blacktop and turning it into this, a gravel road, for about a month, while that chip seal gets driven in to the blacktop, into the pavement. So honestly, driving on this the way it is right now is not that big of a deal. Again, it looks kind of weird because I really doubt that this is common for these guys out here. But honestly, it feels fine underneath me as long as I don't get ham-fisted and, you know, be dumb. It's pretty though, my goodness. Again, you gotta kind of like being away from everything. Forgot to strap down my helmet, darn it. I'm sure there'll be a place where I can kind of pop over, like in the middle of the road even. Now see, that white car that's out in the distance, the camera probably didn't pick it up, but I'm sure he's on blacktop. course, there's a 5-acre field between me and it. But hey, this is better than something I did in my Vulcan S one time. I was out bebopping around exploring new roads, and I didn't get this on film, unfortunately, but I saw a dirt road that it was so dark dirt it actually looked like blacktop. The problem was no one had driven on it, and so it looked smooth, looked like blacktop. But what it was a road that connected fields. And I went barreling in on there on my Vulcan S, and the next thing I know, I am slinging mud everywhere. Mud's getting up in my radiator, filling up my fenders, getting all in my frame and everything. And I was just like, oh boy, I either got to keep moving or there is no other option. I got to keep moving. I took a couple of pictures of it. I don't think I have them anymore, but of what it looked like at the aftermath. But yeah, that was quite the ride. So fortunately, this isn't that. But at the same time, I did kind of promise myself I wasn't going to take this bike on this kind of terrain. But yet, here we are. Oh, look at this guy. He's got to be like, oh my goodness, what is wrong with this? I would be thinking that. Don't lose it in the soft. Keep it together on the shoulder. Let's take a look to the side here. Can we? Yeah. I mean, we're out here. And I don't mind it. I really don't. Now, I've never tried to just purposely lay the bike on the side just to see if I could pick it up. I probably should sometime. Because if I keep finding myself in these weird positions out here where, you know, I'm wandering in the middle of nowhere like a hobbit, then maybe I should know if I can actually pick the bike up if I drop it. Yeah, might be a thing. That looks like a road very less traveled that way, so we're going to go this way. This way, I think, takes me to the blacktop. So I don't know. What would you all do? Would you just press on? Those of you who ride, who happen to be watching, go with the spirit of adventure, or would you have turned back the second it hit dirt? Because by the time I changed my battery and turned the camera back on, I'd already been about 1/8 of a mile in. I'm the adventuresome sort. I don't generally turn around. I just keep plowing ahead. Huh. Wants me to go that way, but pretty sure oh, what the heck. As they say, what's the worst that could happen? I suppose the worst that could happen is I don't even want to say it, honestly. Ooh, now this is getting softer. There's a lot of top gravel over the top of that hard pack. But there's a grain elevator up there. That generally means civilization, which generally means blacktop. But we shall see. Again, the spirit of adventure. Back when I first moved to Kansas, my wife and I, my first wife, I had a 1965 Ford pickup that she had bought me while I was still in Colorado roofing, trying to close out debts and finish up jobs and all that before I came out here to be with the family. And as soon as I got that truck, got out here, I would drive like I am right now in that truck and take every road I could find just to see if I could, get lost, find my way back home, that kind of stuff. You gotta remember, this was, before GPS, before smartphones, before Google Maps, all that kind of good, happy horse stuff. And we had lived in Colorado our whole lives up until then. And to be honest, it was easy to find your way back around. I mean, which hand were your mountains on? You were either headed north or south, and if the mountains were to your back, you were headed east. Out here, clearly, that's not as easy of a task. So, that being said, I would just take my truck and drive everywhere to try to figure out the lay of the land. Didn't take me long to figure out that Kansas was built and designed on grids. A few little deviations here and there, but strictly, like maybe acre by acre, half acre by half acre grids, north, south, east, west roads. Some more travelable than others. There's a couple of times in that truck I really got almost like really badly stuck and messed up because it was just a two-wheel drive truck, and I always found mud and ruts and almost drove myself off of a bridge one time. It wasn't a big bridge, but would have been enough to keep me to incapacitate the truck. And so doing stuff like this isn't out of my character. But this time I wasn't actually trying to find anything. I just thought it was a blacktop, a lonely two-lane blacktop that I'd never been on before. Yeah, we're coming into civilization, and they're clearly blacktop up there. This wasn't bad. I wouldn't take a newbie rider out here, but and that's kind of a joke because I am a newbie rider. Okay, so now where are we at? I have no idea. I'd have to pull my phone out again and try to relocate myself. Well, that over there clearly turns back into gravel and looks like pretty gnarly gravel too. That over there is very clearly blacktop. I think we're going to go that way. All I know for sure right now is that I am was heading east. Now I'm heading north. And my Victory handled that really, really well, actually. And I can hear my chin strap flapping around underneath me, darn it. I forgot to strap it. Well, I'm pretty much out of the danger zone, so out of the adventure. Probably going to turn off the camera, try to decide if I want to talk about something else for another video, or just shut up, make my way home, and go from there. Just enjoy the ride without having to think about anything. But here's a nice little T-stop up here where I can adjust my chin strap, turn off the camera, save the battery, figure out what I want to do. Anyway, that's a very short video. probably too long for a short. Could probably make a short out of it. Don't think I will. I don't really like making shorts, but I know you're supposed to do that. I know YouTube is really throttling back on the long content and emphasizing its shorts, but I don't know. I mean, I could make part of that into a short, maybe something a little silly. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to turn off the camera, save the battery, and decide if I want to talk about anything or just ride the rest of the day. Toodles!